Hello everybody and welcome to the demo for Plinkomancy. It doesn't appear to have a starting screen, so we're just going to get into the tutorial. Hey, you must be the new guy they were telling me about? Well, I guess you're here to play, so let me show you how this works. First thing, welcome to the demo of Plinkomancy. Your first task is to use your cannon and launch a ball down the pegboard. Hold down right mouse to aim and left mouse to launch. Okay. I guess you want to hit as many things as possible. That's generally how these things work. See, you've got the hang of it already. In this demo, your job is to make big scores and beat 36 rounds. One way of scoring points is hitting pegs. When one of your balls hits a peg, you gain points equal to the peg's number. Also, every time you gain score, this meter will fill up. Try to fill it completely now. So the more we can hit, the better. Nice, as you can see, a multiplier has now appeared in front of it. At the end of the round, you'll gain gold equal to the multiplier, and if your score is high enough, you can even get a bigger multiplier, i.e. times 2, 3, 4, 10. Bigger multiplier, more gold. Okay, so 2 gold so far. Also, you start each game with 4 balls in your inventory. Before you start a real game, let me show you how items work. This is an item, as you figured out. You can hover over it to read its description. Each item is made of 2 things: a trigger condition in yellow and an effect. Whenever the condition is fulfilled, the item will be triggered and its effect will be played. For example, here's how this item works. Every 1 second you gain 100 points. Easy enough, right? You can also keep track of the timer here. The timer only starts after you shoot your last ball. There's also another thing that happens when you shoot your last ball. It will turn on these multiplicators. Whenever a ball leaves through a hole with a multiplier, your total score will be affected. For example, if a ball leaves through here, your score will be doubled. Almost forget, a peg with a green text like that just means that this has the highest score peg on the board. Everything you need to know, good luck. Fairly simple to the point. And here we are. This feels very reminiscent of Shotgun Roulette, of quite a few other games. There's a few things locked behind here. Presumably we can't get in there just yet. Let's start, shall we? So these are all 10s. Until we get an item, there's probably not much we can do. So let's just see if we can get some general score going. Bounce off the side of that. Oh, that fell down very quickly, unfortunately. The more we can hit, the better. See if we can hit that 10. There we go. Hit that one onto the side. I guess that's 2 gold. We've got another few balls yet. These are 13, and we want to try hit them if we can. We've got some nice bounces there, that's good. That was a pretty poor shot. I'm trying to get these ones that... Oh, that's going nice and slowly, which is what we want. We want to keep the ball up here for as long as possible. And get as many bounces as possible as well. Okay, we're at round 3. Let's go over to this side here. Oh, that went down very quickly. That was not ideal. That was a terrible shot. I was trying to bounce off the 17. There we go. We just need to try and keep the ball bouncing as much as possible. I'm trying to go like directly off that top one, but I don't think it's going to quite work, unfortunately. Let's go to that 18 on that left-hand side. I'm guessing a shop will be coming up relatively soon. Let's do what we can here. And here we go, our first items. We have 6 gold. So, silver bullets, beat the score goal. Summon 2 silver bullets. The first peg each hit scores 40% of its value. Plus 1% per ball you've launched this game. That could be good. Gain 1 gold for the first peg hit. The peg you've hit to trigger this effect becomes a copy of the highest peg, then it's doubled. Future triggers of this effect this round only double the peg. Or Eldritch Eminent. 1 in 2 chance to shoot a ghost ball that disappears after 2 seconds, but we can't afford it. We'll gain 20 points plus 20 for every time you spent gold. Each time you lose a life with this, and you'll eventually double that number of spends. We'll take the silver bullet, I think. That's all our gold, but hopefully it's worthwhile. But we've got to beat the score goal to get it to fire, by the looks of things. There we go, there's the bullet. That didn't do a huge amount. But we wanted to be able to hit things to gain a huge amount of value. It's getting a little bit of value there, but not spectacular. Boss round. Cover 8 of your pegs with asteroids. They take 2 hits to break. Do not trigger 1 hit effects when hitting an asteroid. When you shoot a ball, shoot an orb towards a random peg and make it score 1. Okay. Looks like the left hand side is probably where we want to be aiming for. We might need the silver bullets to help us out here, really. Let's go to that left hand side. Okay, that's helped us out a little bit. Not ideal. We're keeping up with the score for the time being, though. Let's go over there. The scores are going up, but we're going to need more items to really make this work very well. That was a pretty bad shot. But I think the silver bullets are providing us some base score to work with. But that was a pretty low score in general. We also have a fortune. So 15 gold or plus 1 ball. I think the ball is better than getting 15 gold. Just be able to shoot twice, I think is useful. Or shoot 5 times instead of 4 times, I think is better in the long run. And that will also get a small gold as well as getting a small score. But the silver bullets, while they're helping, I think could be doing a lot more for us. I mean, they're certainly, you know, contributing by all means, but I just don't know how much they're doing. But the score multipliers can be good for us here. I'm just hoping that that extra ball adds on a little bit of benefits to us. $8 gold, okay. Let's go there. I want to find some way to slow this down if I can. We've got to get to round 36, we're on round 9 at the moment. We've got a long ways to go yet. I'd love for the silver bullets to hit the really important ones. The bullets always seem to fire from the left, so maybe I could go to the right hand side to avoid, you know, destroying the best chance we have in terms of our silver bullets. We can choose a shop to visit. The Pegsmith. Reforge your pegs and strike luck into their cores for a price. Trade gold for items and leave with more than you came for. Let's go for the Pegsmith. When this peg is hit for the first time in a round, multiply the score of all pegs by 1.5 times this turn. When this peg is hit 4 times a round, trigger your item in the 3rd position. We'll go for this one here. It seems to be fairly random where it hits. That was pretty appalling generally. Although it has just generally increased the score. We want to probably find a way to ramp that up more generally as well. But that does combine fairly well with the silver bullets because of the value it's gaining over time. So up to a 4 times multiplier. So yeah, we did pretty well that round. I'm happy about that. Let's see if we can hit the multiplier this time. There we go. Although it does not always give us a great original or kind of a great rest of shot, unfortunately. That was a pretty poor showing. This is what I want, for it to stay up as long as possible before falling down. And the more bounces it gets, the better as well. Okay, I scored it pretty well there. Let's kind of bounce off this if we can. Oh, that was a very quick shot down. Okay, the bullet's doing pretty well there. Let's see how this goes. We just want the ball to stay up as long as possible, really. That's kind of the goal for us. A few more gold, that's pretty decent. Looks like the next shop is at round 15. But yeah, when we hit the multiplier, it doesn't always lead to a very good rest of the shot. But the silver bullets are doing quite good work for us. But I'd like to find a way to multiply the balls if I can. Or even just slow the ball down so it shoots a bit better. Well, that was pretty good. That was less impressive, that one. And of course we want to try and maximise as much gold as possible as well. But we're keeping up for the time being, which is good. I'm guessing we can adjust the multipliers this way as well. Oh yes, the exit shop. I don't feel that that's the best thing to do though, because it may not always go correctly. So I'm going to go to the pegsmith again. If you have 3 copies of this peg, start every round with score meter 25% full. This peg score is always 1. When you hit it, multiply your points by 1.1 times instead. This peg breaks after a hit. Resets every round. No, I'm going to go for this one again. And actually, I suppose we could go for this one. So we'll work on our multipliers. Yes. So we probably want to focus on this left-hand side if we can. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot there, but that's fine. Okay, we're doing pretty well with our silver bullets as well. Oh yeah, our multipliers go up much quicker, which is wonderful. I'll get a free ball. Oh, nearly. But our multiplier's doing a lot better here. Should also earn us more gold, which is wonderful. Your peg X hits require 3 more hits to trigger. For now, you must score 2 times the score goal. Fine. I mean, I think we're doing enough Germany to... Yeah, I mean, we've already beaten the round, which is good. Hit that 101. Just get as much as we can here. Our final ball can go on that right-hand side. We're at 5 times and increasing well, which is good for our gold consumption as well. We managed to miss nearly all our multipliers there. Let's make sure we hit this other multiplier on our way down. Oh, did we get a free ball there? I think we did. It feels quite rare. I think that's our first free ball of the run, actually. Let's go over here. Wasn't a great shot. Ooh, we need a little bit of score from this final one to get through. I mean, we'll be okay. But we were struggling a little bit for a while. $17 gold or 1 ball. And we're doing okay for gold. We'll take the extra ball again. Bounce off here if we can. And get our multiplier nice and high. I'm not sure how much score you take off of the ball each time. If it's a random number or if it's a bit more specific. That was a terrible shot. Because you want it to keep bouncing for as long as you possibly can. Because this is essentially just a big game of Plinko. Not a great first shot. We need to hit our other multiplier on the left hand side. If we don't hit that, we're in trouble. The bullets are helping us, but we've got to find a way down here. So let's shoot over to that left hand side. There we go, there's the multiplier. So that's a little bit. We've only got one ball left. We've got to be very careful. Oh, that's not going to be enough, I don't think. No. That's our life gone. Fine. This right hand side probably will give us a bit more. Ah, I see. So we spent the life. That's given us some extra balls to get what we need to done, but we're just getting a bit unlucky with how the balls are bouncing. We are now through this round. But we're going to be careful. We're going to get to round 36. We're only on round 20 at the moment. It's a shame that that multiplier one isn't higher up, because that would actually be quite useful for us. Oh, I was hoping for a free ball there. That's fine, we're through, but we've lost our life. Let's go to the exit shop. We haven't seen the exit shop just yet. So, we've got the Scroll of Unmaking. Shoot 2 phantom balls that disappear after 2 seconds. Or Scroll of Hypnosis. Hit the last peg hit by this ball 6 times. Okay, so this changes where it goes. But we can also move it. I think generally we try to aim in the middle. And we can also up our multiplier. We'll upgrade the one in the middle a little bit, but we'll save the rest of our gold for now, I think. There we go, we're done there. I'm just thinking, do we want to put the Scroll of Hypnosis here? Because if we hit the last peg, which is this one here, that would really ramp things up for us. We've got to be careful, we've got no extra life now to work with. But those 2 extra balls have actually done well for us. I think those extra items down the bottom will be very useful for us. Let's try to go hit this light blue ball. Can't quite remember what it's called, in all honesty. But we're already through this round, which is good. We definitely want to get items on the outer ones as well if we can help it. Because that's just generally going to be more useful for us as time goes on. Okay, some 2 phantom balls, wonderful. Those 2 phantom balls I think are actually doing a decent amount of work for us. But we don't get to shop every single time, so we have to bear that in mind. We've upped our multiplier there, which is pretty good. 2 phantom balls can do a little bit to help us. Yeah, I want to try hit the Scroll of Hypnosis if I can. That being said, the Scroll of Unmaking is already doing pretty well for us, and that's why it's good we had a lot of gold to work with. We're already very much through this round. Round 22. Let's make sure we hit our multipliers first, and then we can kind of go from there. We go hit that little blue ball, or that blue peg, which is useful. Let's see if we can bounce down to that bottom right, because there's a nice high score one there. Bounce off you. Stay in the middle, I was hoping, but clearly not. But of course, the more money we get, the better. We're doing okay for now. We had that scare halfway through, but we're managing. I do generally want to try to stay in the middle to get the extra benefits from the items at the bottom. Because, yeah, you can't move them mid-shot, understandably. I wonder if I'm better off moving the Scroll of Hypnosis to one of the side holes. That might work a little bit better for us. Excellent, those 2 Phantom Balls will also do well for us. Oh, a free ball, very nice. We don't get to choose where it shoots, but it's definitely beneficial for us. That gives us another 2 Phantom Balls. So doing pretty well with our score, we're nearly at 10,000. That went pretty well. Just need to make sure we hit our other multiplier. Let's make sure to send it down that way. That's not quite the right shot I meant to do. Thankfully hit it on the way anyway. Okay, I think we're fine for this round. Obviously the more money we can get, the better for the later stages and to enhance our kind of Plinko board. It is called Plinko, isn't it? I mean, that's why it's presumably called Plinkomancy. We're around 25. I like the exit shop. But I think we'll go to Collector's Nook because we've only got 1 item here. We can do better. We've got lots of gold to work with. I can buy 3 items here. So multiply random peg skill by 1.75 times. Hit it 4 times and lock it. Lock a random peg and multiply your skill by 1.5 times. 0.05 minus every time this effect triggers in a round. Gives points equal to 30 times the lowest peg. If the peg score is less than 5, clear it and gain 200 points instead. Summon 2 homing prism shards. Each seeks out hits one of the 2 lowest value pegs on the board twice. If it clears the peg, gain 250 points. Or by you, and you. There's no reason not to, really. See if that helps us out a little bit going forward. Well, that does cause some lockouts here. Interesting. Oh, a free ball. Very nice. So we're going to watch out for the Devil's Deal, because that does lock out some of our potential pegs. But in terms of score, we're doing pretty well. So even if we don't get some of the pegs scoring, we're still doing pretty well overall. That was silly to shoot from that area. Of course, the more balls we have, the more it's going to get locked out. But as long as we do most of our scoring straight away, that's what really matters. Okay, score increases. Let's go here. Let's make sure we hit that other multiplier. Excellent. We've got 2 Phantom Balls. Wonderful. And we're already really kind of nearly at the target already, which is excellent. Although the scores are going quite low on the actual pegs themselves, and some of the good ones are getting locked out, unfortunately. But again, we're doing okay. You can see there in the top right. As long as we do the majority of our scoring before the later rounds, that's really what matters, I would say. I should have gone for my multipliers first, because the multipliers could presumably get locked out. Shouldn't be very good for us. We've got to be a little bit careful. I'm being a bit frivolous with my shots here. That was an appalling shot. I think we'll be okay though. Got 2 balls left, just be very careful where we shoot them. We'll shoot over to the left here. I want to hit that other multiplier if I can, excellent. And the 2 phantom balls will also give us some extra work. See, now that multiplier's been locked, but we're okay, we're just about through. Not with a huge amount to spare, but we did manage. On to round 28. I'm not convinced by the extra ball because it's going to knock things out. We'll take the extra gold. And then we can use that to purchase more benefits later on. We've locked ourselves out the other multiplier. That's a bit of a concern. But I think we're doing okay, that's fine. That nice high scoring one just got locked out there, but we're already through this round. So I've kind of got less concerns generally. I should really be targeting the left hand side, because that's where the benefits are. Shoot here. I'm liking these 2 little phantom balls, they're doing pretty well for us as well. That was a pretty appalling shot. I was trying to bounce off the 106 there. That's kind of more what I was intending, but still not ideal. Bounce off here. Oh, a free ball, excellent. Pegsmith or Collector's Nook? We'll go to Pegsmith because I think we'll have more options there. 25% to random peg. Sure. When this peg is re-hit, hit a random peg. This peg gains 6 score. Every time I beat score, item condition triggers. May as well just buy whatever we can. The more pegs we have, the better, right? Can't re-roll again, but we'll just keep on upgrading some other things. Because it's only 3 gold to continue building you up. Looks like a lot of our interesting ones are over this right-hand side. That's a pretty appalling score. Let's make sure we get our multipliers. We can kind of go from there. Well, I'm guessing some of these will get locked out over time. I've got no hearts, so be very careful. And things are getting locked out, which is not good for me. This is looking a little bit troublesome. Hit the other multiplier if we can. Let's bounce ourselves down here. Ooh, we've got 1 ball left. We've got to make this count. Gold doesn't really help us at this stage. Give us a free ball, please. That might save us. Not quite. We did okay, but not quite good enough. So yes, 36 rounds of Plinkomancy would get us, well, through to here, whatever this does. But yeah, it feels very much like Sugar Roulette, like Clover Pit. It has that same kind of vibe to it. Being locked in a basement until you can get out. If you wish to try this game comes out in a couple of days' time in full, I believe, or possibly in early access, but there is a demo out at the time of this video, and there is a link down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, take care, bye bye.